Hello Wobblies, welcome to Wobbly Otter Outdoors. I'm Chris, and in this video we're looking at all the aftermarket changes we've made so far to our Escapade Backcountry that we call Poe. And so I don't forget to tell you later, we'll put links to all these items in the video description below, and none of them were paid or sponsored items. We made a change to the jack that came with the trailer. Bill cut off the sand foot, drilled a hole through the jack column, and that made it so that we could trade out either with a removable sand foot or with this dual wheel. A SAE connector has been added to the battery so we can directly connect the solar panel for charging. We've added an aluminum toolbox that is removable, as well as two 11-pound propane tanks to the front. We use the propane for our little Camp Chef fire ring, and we can also use it to recharge the 1-pound propane bottles or use it directly for cooking. I'll put a link to both of the videos we've made about these additions in the description below. We got the ARB awning as part of the package when we purchased Poe. In addition, we have also bought the front wind deflector and a side wind deflector that are also made by ARB. We'll show you the wind deflectors, which also act as sun deflectors, in an upcoming video. Magnetic door catches have been added to the doors on each side of the camper to help keep the doors open when it's windy. Scotch brand extreme mounting tape was used to attach the magnet latches in order to avoid drilling holes in the camper, especially the doors. On the driver's side, where the electricity plugs in and the plugs stick out a little bit, we've added a magnet to the door catch to give that extra space to help better catch the door. These are the curtains we made for the inside of the doors. We're using some 3M metal hooks to hold them in place so that we're not putting screws into the doors. I put grommets in all four corners of the curtains. This way it can slip over the hooks at the top, and then when we need to open the curtain in order to open the window, slip the grommets over the hooks at the top, and that lets the air flow in and out through the screen. Now we're inside Poe, and we're looking toward the front of the trailer. This is an SAE connector that's been added through the electrical panel. What it's being used for is to have a better connection from the battery charger to the battery. Previously, we were plugging it into the 12-volt cigarette lighter style connection, but the connector wouldn't always stay in real well. So that's why Bill installed SAE jack, because it's a much more solid connection. And then the charger is also plugged into the AC plug to charge the battery. We've added interlocking foam tile to the floor of the camper. This has made a significant change in insulating the camper. Before, we had a river of air that would come up from the floor. After adding the foam tile, that has stopped. At the time we purchased our backcountry, it came with a 6-inch memory foam mattress that did not fold. And we opted to decline getting that and instead got a folding mattress. That lets us take the mattress in and out real easy, plus it makes into a couch. This is a smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector that we've added. It's here simply as an added safety precaution. At one time we considered trying to heat the camper with a propane heater, and that's another reason for the carbon monoxide detector. We've since decided not to use a propane heater. The backcountry came with two ceiling lights that are not the lights you're looking at here. One of the lights went out. It was a dud. The wiring and everything was fine, just the light stopped working. So we chose to replace those lights, which were just an on and off, and they had sort of a cool blue color. So we decided to replace those with these LED lights that have more of a warm color, and they are dimmable, plus they have even a little night light function. The first press turns on a little blue night light. The second press turns them on to the amount of brightness that they were the last time they were on. Press and hold will increase brightness. Press and hold will decrease the brightness. And then just a tap will turn it off. We also custom made these curtains. They are also the light blocking material. The little rods were purchased from Walmart. The rod rings were also purchased from Walmart, although you can also get them through Amazon. For the curtain rod holder, we're using 3M's command hooks. These are the medium size in a bronze finish. If you saw our initial review of the Backcountry, you saw that I had made the curtain rods out of cedar branches. Well, one of the cedar branches was a little too lightweight, and so it flexed a lot. So I need to make another cedar branch curtain rod that's a little bit larger in diameter. Now we're looking at the back of the camper. You'll see there are two little lights, one on the bottom of each of the shelves on the sides. Those little reading lights are from Home Depot, although you can also get them from Amazon. They run on 3 AAA batteries. They swivel, but also they tilt, which allows you to adjust which direction the swivel is pointing the light. This is the brightest they get when you first turn them on. And then they have a little bit lower light, and then they turn off. And these are just held on by Velcro. We also added these mesh pockets to the back wall. They're held on by Velcro. There's 2 long strips on either side. These pockets have been chosen for a specific purpose. We're going to be putting a receptacle here that has both AC and USB plugs. And by using these pockets, we can slide our cell phones and tablets in and then use a cable to directly connect it to the power. And if we're boondocking, then we can also slide our little battery packs in here and charge the phones and tablets up that way. Side and rear reflectors have been added to improve the trailer's visibility at night when its running lights aren't on. In addition to the lights, the Texas Department of Public Safety trailer requirements say that a trailer of this size must also have 2 red reflectors on the back of the trailer, 1 on each side. Red reflectors have been added to the side at the back of Poe. Small amber reflectors have been added to the front sides of Poe and also to the front at the top. The item you see here is the crank handle for the stabilizer jacks. We've put 2 spring grips in place to hold this crank handle. One sits here to hold this portion of the handle, and the other one sits up there. This is the galley area, and in the top we put little baskets and things in that top shelf, and there's quite a distance between the edge of the shelf and the very back wall, so we were worried that they might jump out up over that lip. Not likely, but possible. So we thought it'd be good to have something strung across there that would help keep the baskets and things in place. And what we found is a cam jam. This is the cam jam with paracord. To tighten it, you pull the paracord through this way. If you try to pull the paracord the other way, it doesn't move. To release the grip on the paracord, just move the cam out of the way and then pull. We put little screw eyes in 3 places, 1 on either side wall, and then another here in the center. To latch it, just run it into the eye, pull the cable, we also put the interlocking foam tile in the floor of the galley. Thanks for watching, Wobbly Otter. We love you and hope all your tomorrows are bright. Until next time.